After dropping game one to the Clippers, KD and the Suns have reeled off 3 straight. Now they command a 3-1 lead with a chance to close out this series at home tomorrow. Shannon, scale of 1 to 10, how impressive have KD's Suns been?
4. Skip, they're beating them out without no Paul George. The last 2 games, they played without Kawhi. And they're taking them down. And look what it's taking them. It's taking Kevin Durant playing 44 minutes, Devin Booker playing 44 minutes, Chris Paul playing 39 minutes, DeAndre Ayton playing 34 minutes. We know, think about it. Let's just say if we took a Book and KD off the Suns, and it's just Russell, you see what happened. Take any 2 best players off any team, and I guarantee you they're not going to play as hard or as for tenacious as what the Clippers are doing without Paul George and Kawhi. Russ is just willing this team to get to. I was just like, oh man, no Kawhi. I said this thing gonna be a cakewalk.
No,
it's anything but a cakewalk.
Not a cakewalk.
These games are going down to the 4th quarter, and it's taking tremendous shot making by Book, tremendous shot making by Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Chris Paul turned back the clock and made big shot after big shot to big shot to thwart Russ and the Clippers.
True.
So Skip, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, with the way that Russ is playing, he's gone back to like he's an all-star, like he's an all-NBA player.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be honest, Skip. I haven't been impressed with the Suns. They're doing what I expected them to do, considering who they're doing it to and who they're doing it against.
I picked the Suns to win it all.
Yeah.
I told you the morning we were in Phoenix at the Super Bowl. Trade came down overnight. I announced to the crowd, I think you guys just won it all, as in the NBA championship. So far, scale of 1 to 10, I'll give my Phoenix Suns a 3 because I also should give them a small break. As you well know, it's hard to dredge it up for a team when you look across the floor and they don't have their 2 best players.
Right.
It's just hard. It's like, okay, we got to do this. You have to kind of slog through it. But not only has it not been a cakewalk, it feels like Russell Westbrook is walking on cake because it looks like Phoenix is made of cake, like chiffon.
Yes.
Like just stepping all over them. And Kevin Durant has looked so tentative, so timid, so tissue papery to me. He started to look at times like he did against Boston last year when he got doubled and tripled and he just shrank. And I don't love it, but then I look at Kevin's numbers the other day and I say, well, how can I argue with 31? How can I argue with 3 out of 4 threes, 9 out of 17 from the floor, 10 of 11 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds and 6 assists? It's still a big-time stat line.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, but despite that, despite Book playing pretty great the other day, we're giving you 30 more, it was still a basketball game in the 4th quarter because Russ was a terror.
Yes.
He was on a attack mode mission. We showed all the shots earlier in the show, and I'm looking at the stats, and what it required was Chris Paul doing what I said from the start Chris Paul is going to have to do if they're going to win a championship. He is the one who's going to get the open shots. He's up against a mastermind in Ty Lue, who's throwing all kinds of junk defenses at him. It's doubles here, it's triples there, it's some zone. It's every time down the floor, it's something different.
Right.
And they are a deep basketball team because they have a lot of pretty good players. They just don't have the 2 really good players. And Russ has turned back into a really good player. And Norman Powell can be a really good player. But Ty Lue is the best coach, and he's demonstrating it on a daily, nightly basis because they come to play, and then he's out-coaching Monty because defensively he's doing things that fluster them. They're not sure what's happening until the 4th quarter. And once again, Chris Paul said, I got this.
Right.
Because Chris knows, as the point guard, he knows he's the one who's going to have single coverage.
Right.
And it may be Russ. He may have to take Russ. But whoever it is, he's got to take him. And he's got to create his shots. And I think we have the shots that he made in the 4th quarter. They needed every one of Chris Paul's shots because every time he made a shot, it was canceling what Russ had just done on the other end. Okay, that's a fall away. That's pretty high degree of difficulty.
That's over Robert Covington also.
It was. It was a really big-time shot.
That's
fallen away. That's over a 7-footer, okay? here he goes again. It looks like he's not getting a lot of lift, and he has to kind of tilt back to get these off, but he got that one off and ripped it as clean as you can rip it. And then here's KD doubled, and he gets right back to Chris, and he makes another three, okay? And this is the one where he just
This is where you know it's over. Skip, it's over.
Okay, that's it.
Skip, you know it's over.
Okay, that was like him in Game 6 closeout at Staples, remember, against the Clippers? Whew. Okay, it took all those shots to hold off Russ in the fourth quarter, because while Chris is making 5 out of 9, Russ is making 6 out of 10.
And 2 or 3. I mean, think about it, Skip. You mentioned it took the Suns to shoot 57% from the floor.
It did.
50% from the 3. 100% from the free throw line, and grab 13 rebounds to the Clippers 4.
Right, and when it was over, I had to change my T-shirt because it was sweat. I'd sweated right through the armpits and through the back of it because I was sweating Russ. It was Russ, more Russ, and trust me, Game 5 will be all Russ, double barrel Russ, right between your eyes.
Skip, we know he's more than capable of having a type game. You remember what he did in Utah? He went for 44 against Utah when Paul George gave him 5, and it went down to the wire, but it wasn't enough. I think that was like Donovan's rookie year or something.
Yeah, it was. But Donovan fell short of Russ, but they won the game because Russ didn't have any help.
None. Okay. But so you see what it's taken the Clippers just to overcome Russ and his bandmates. It's taken 44 minutes from KD and 44 minutes from Book. And Chris Paul has got to play 39 minutes. Chris Paul probably hadn't played 39 minutes in a game, average 39 minutes in a series, Skip, probably since what? His second, third, fourth year early in his career. Definitely not towards the back end.
Okay, and you keep dismissing Phoenix's bench, and I like Phoenix's bench, but they don't play a lot, okay? Okogie is a good player. Every time he comes in, I like what he gives them, okay?
Landry Shamet got some cardio in. All the cardio equipment was taken. The row machine, the bike, and the elliptical was taken.
I have seen him get on a tear and make some shots in big playoff games. Okay. Biombo has been a little bit of a revelation to me because I didn't know he could do that. He didn't have big numbers the other day. Damian Lee has been a good player. He's been a good player for them. Terrence Ross can be a fourth quarter nightmare for the opposition.
I can't tell.
Well, you can't tell because he can't play. I mean, he doesn't get to play. He's been a DNP coach's decision every game. I don't get it because he's capable of giving you 15 or 20 in the fourth quarter. And T.J. Warren is a natural-born professional scorer, and he didn't get off the bench the other day.
Skip, I told you the difference in the Suns game, the Suns starters were going to have to do a demolition job on the Clippers starter because they're going to lose the bench, and they lost the bench again, Skip. They lost, 8, 13, 26-9.
Yep.
So they lose the bench battle, but they win, and it doesn't matter where you put Nicholas Batum. When I went to Ty Lue and told him, you need to start Marcus Morris. Let me ask you a question, Skip. If Nicholas Batum was scoring 13, 14 points a game, does he go to Ty Lue and says, I need you to start Marcus Morris? You try. Oh, he's unselfish. No, he playing trash.
Yeah, but he can defend.
I can't tell where. Mm-hmm. Who he defending?
Mm-hmm. He's very good at what
Kevin Durant went 9 of 17, so he ain't defending him. Aiden went 7 of 13. Chris Paul went 8 of 17. So I'm trying to figure who he defending.
Yep. Well, I'm like, let's get on to the next round and see what we're really made of, because it looks like the Denver Nuggets are lurking, although they got lurked last night at Minnesota.
Ant-Man got them.
Yeah, he got them.
But I don't think they're going back, Skip. They're not. I don't believe they're going back.
You realize Minnesota, I watched that game, that they blew a 12-point lead with under 2 minutes to go?
Yeah.
And
under 3 minutes, 2:36.
Yeah, and then they won it in overtime?
Yeah. But Yoke. It wasn't because it was Yoke. You see Yoke, Skip?
Yeah, and I also saw Yoke. They were putting him in pick and roll so they could just abuse him on defense.
I mean, most big Skip can't handle the pick and roll.
He can't play the other end.
Skip, what they do to Shaq? They put Shaq in the pick and roll. It's hard to play that pick and roll.
Yeah, we'll see the next round. I can't wait for the next round.
Yoke, Skip, I'm not saying the Suns can't win the game, but Yoke averaged 30, 10, and 10 against Ayton.
We'll see about that.
You gonna see about what?
All I care about is who wins.
Okay,
I like Phoenix.
So I know who won't win on the other side. Yeah. Just like what I say. What I say about your team.
Which team?
The 76ers.
Oh, God, they got this.
They got this? Yeah. Where your guy?
Huh?
Where your guy?
He's good to go.
Where is your guy?
Joel Embiid is good. They just rested him. I know.
Why?
I know.
They rested him. No, he hurt.
No, he's not hurt.
He hurt.
He is not hurt. You wish he was hurt.
I don't wish he was hurt.
Yes,
No,
you do.
I wanted to get all this.
Yeah.
You see that law firm went down to Atlanta?
Yeah.
They had some. They went down to Atlanta.
Against Maestre? Are you kidding?
Oh, Maestre was doing it yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah, he was doing it yesterday.
At one point, he was 5 of 20. You like that?
35 and 15. Can I interest you in that?
He went up. He ended up like 11 of 35 or something. It was horrendous.
No.
Horrendous.
That law firm, Skip, you got to deal with them.
Well, they're about to.
And did Derek White? You remember little Derek White?
Love Derek White.
Brogdon?
Not enough. Not enough.
More than enough.
Philly's deep.
More than enough.
Philly is deep.
Big Al, Robert Wick. Ooh, more than enough.
Good luck.
Marcus Smart. More than enough.
Good luck.
Might be too much.
Well,
I'm waiting for these Eastern Conference series to heat up as much as the Western Conference ones have been. We'll find out. Guys, we got to move along now. Phil Jackson, he's not watching the NBA right now, and he's revealing why. We'll explain. Very interesting take. That's next, right here on Undisputed.